Hello everyone, this is Vrushali and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In previous session we discussed about different application layer protocols like HTTP, HTTPS, then FTP, SMTP, DNS with examples. I have mentioned a complete computer network subject playlist link in below description box. Now in today's session we will discuss the next application layer protocol, that is DHCP. Let's start the session. In this session, we will learn about DHCP protocol, their working and components with example, advantages of DHCP protocol, and at the end, we will discuss a question bank. Now, the first point is what exactly DHCP protocol. DHCP stands for Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, and this protocol works on client-server model. Let's see the one example. See, in computer network, there are multiple devices are connected, right? And every device is having their own unique address. This address is called as IP address or private IP address. Now, by using that IP address, a particular device connected within only local area network. This private IP address is non-routable. You can't connect public network, means you can't connect your device within wide area network or metropolitan area network by using that IP address. Suppose you want to connect a particular wide area network. So at that time your device required the temporary IP address. So this IP address provided by the DHCP protocol. They automatically assign IP address to the device present in the network. So this is a work of DHCP protocol to connect your device within wide area network or including the internet. Now let's see the working of DHCP protocol. Now the first step is DHCP discover. Suppose a particular new device like your laptop and they want to connect to the network or wide area network. So at that time this device broadcast DHCP discover message like a device send DHCP discover message to the server. They find out the DHCP server to get the temporary IP address. Now the next step is DHCP offer. So DHCP server receive this DHCP discover request and response DHCP offer to the client. So at that time, this DHCP offer include the message like these are the available IP address, subnet mask and other network configuration. So the first step is new device want to connect to the network. So they send DHCP discover message. They find out the DHCP server. In second step, DHCP server receive this request and they send message like available IP address, subnet mask and other network configurations. Now, in third step, there is a DHCP request. Now, client selected the specific server offer and client reply DHCP request to the server that they are ready to accept IP address offer. Now the last step is DHCP acknowledgement. So server send DHCP acknowledgement to the client. Means they officially assign IP address to the client on specific list duration. See, this is a temporary IP address, right? So they required a particular duration time. For example, this is your IP address and the list duration is 8 hours. So after that, client actually use this IP address to connect to the network. So this is a work of DHCP protocol. By using that protocol, client is connected to the wide area network or to the internet. Now, the next point is components of DHCP protocol. The first component is DHCP client, means a particular device want to connect in network, so they request for IP address which is called as DHCP client. DHCP server means they provide IP address to the DHCP client. Next one is IP address pool. Means there are range of IP addresses that can be allocated to the different devices. Subnet mask. Subnet mask help client to communicate within the network. Next one is a lease. Lease means duration of time. A particular IP address provide to the particular PC in particular time. So this is called as lease duration. Next one is a gateway. See, by using that IP address, you want to connect to the wide area network or metropolitan area network. So gateways enable the client to communicate outside the local area network. And last one is a DSCP relay. So they work as a host or the router. They listen all the client messages and broadcast in the network. So these all components are used while using DSCP protocol. Now the next one is advantages of DSCP. As we discussed, they provide centralized management of IP address. Easily you can add new client in network. There is a wide area network. Multiple devices are connected, right? So they provide IP address on temporary basis. That's why they also reuse IP address. Suppose device 1 connected in network and after the ending of their duration, the next device is connected in network. So they reuse their IP address. So basically DHCP protocol efficiently handling IP address or changes in client. Or there are some devices like laptop. So laptop is a portable device. You can move to different locations and connect it to the different networks, right? So at that time DHCP protocol is used. So as per your previous year question paper, explain working of DHCP for 6 marks. What is DHCP? Explain DHCP working with state diagram for 8 marks. These are the important questions. So you have to prepare all the 4 steps of working with examples. This is all about DHCP. Thank you. Keep learning.